to Day 2 of MasterCard Latin America and Caribbean Innovation Forum. First of all, we would like to thank everybody that has traveled from across the region, our partners, and our guests. As I'm sure you have experienced throughout yesterday and today, this is an exciting time for the payments industry, and each of us plays a crucial role in this new era. As we heard throughout yesterday, the world we live in today is vastly different than it was just even 10 years ago. It is moving fast. Technology is changing by the minute, and the impact on the consumer is unprecedented. Consumers today have more choice than ever before: where they buy, how they buy, and what they buy. What they're also buying is also shifting. Consumers of today prefer investing in experiences that enhance their lives or bring them closer to family and friends rather than on material things. And we saw this yesterday as we saw those examples of New Year's of India. Based on our proprietary research, this is especially true for LAC, for our region. Our goal as MasterCard is to be there to facilitate this process by enabling payments wherever they wish to transact, regardless where the transaction happens: on the phone, tablet, online, in-store, in-app, or the next best thing. And we saw yesterday in the MasterCard's lab session, we see that people are transacting everywhere, right? And shopping is a clear example of this. From the zero moment of truth to the moment the consumer gets to use or experience that new product or service. That's why we are investing in technology and innovation to assure we are addressing the needs of the consumer of today and of tomorrow. This is not an easy task, as technology has changed the traditional conventions and scripts for the modern lifestyle. But as a brand that connects consumers, merchants, governments, and financial institutions all over the world, we need to rise to the occasion. So how exactly has technology changed what consumers expect? Let's start by looking at a few examples. First, the impact of social media on consumer behavior. Social media is changing the definition of what's fast. Consumers now live in an era of instant gratification. Additionally, the social media is making consumers feel more empowered. It is now easier than ever before for consumers to share their thoughts with a wide audience or an individual basis. There are even some shoppers who have a larger social following than brands. And as we saw yesterday, consumers expect us to be listening. That is why tools such as the social engine, which Sam shared with us yesterday, are crucial. We want content that sparks engagement. We need to build that emotional connection because that's what's going to differentiate us. The next thing is the impact of living in an intelligent, data-driven world. Consumers have grown accustomed to their online experience, which is now personalized. From Facebook that tailors their social media feeds to the way Google personalizes search results. Consumers expect brands that are affiliated to provide them with a tailored, personalized experience as well. Consumers expect you to know them, remember them, and be treated as an individual. Thus, this means that we truly need to understand their lifestyle, their buying habits, and preferences to be relevant. And the last example, which is not the least of the examples, is the impact of digital convergence. As people move from the offline world to a state of continuous connectivity, and the physical and digital worlds converge, new opportunities will arise to take our industry forward. We already live in a mobile-focused culture. As we heard from Microsoft yesterday, mobile has already changed the way we live our lives. It connects us to people, to brands, and information, all of the time. Let's talk about all of the time. Did you know 54% of US consumers check their phones while they're lying in bed? That's before sleeping, upon waking up, or at night. 24% of consumers check their phones while driving. That's pretty scary. 39% of consumers check their phones while they're in the bathroom. 58% of smartphones users don't go 1 hour without checking their phones. Just check your guys if you have been checking your phone in the last hour. Latin America, mobile consumers are not exempt from this trend. In 2015, LAC is home to 156 million smartphones. That's a 22% year-over-year increase. And by 2019, we are expecting to reach 256 million smartphones in the region. So what's next? Next is addressing the interconnectivity among all devices in which consumers engage in. Consumers will come to expect the ability to have a multi-channel consumer journey and the ability to move from device to device seamlessly. With the rise of Internet of Things and our inroads in wearables, this is a reality we at MasterCard are preparing for. Our goal is that consumers choose to move between channels and devices that will receive a consistent, simple, seamless experience. This will be especially true as we continue engaging with the millennials generation. With these driving forces already in play, we have one of the biggest opportunities in the history of payments. The opportunity to make payments ubiquitous. The opportunity is ripe. Technology is serving as a catalyzing for innovation in payments. The world understands that cash is not efficient, and consumers want convenience. Let's seize this opportunity. We will hear more about how to do this throughout today's agenda. We have industry experts and some of our executives from around the world addressing an array of topics. We have with us Rob Rigg, our President of Operations at Technology, and he will address how to ensure safety in this new digital era. Shamina Singh, head of the Center of Inclusive Growth and a board member of the MasterCard Foundation, will discuss financial inclusion as a market opportunity. We also have Diego Molano, former Colombian Minister of Information Technology and Communications, who will address how to advance entrepreneurship via digital inclusion in our region. I am particularly excited to hear from our next speakers. Coming up next, we have a TED Talk Inspire session where we have invited three companies which you might be familiar with: Google, JetBlue, and Uber. They will discuss how digital is also impacting their industries and how they're responding to the needs of the modern consumer. So this session should be pretty insightful. In closing, I feel confident predicting that we will see more change in payments over the next 5 years than we have seen over the last 50. MasterCard is already implementing its approach to enable new forms of safe, secure, and convenient commerce on all devices. We hope you join us to achieve our vision to enable payments on all devices, in all channels, and across all geographies. We hope you enjoy the rest of the day. We invite you to come back around 4 o'clock. Okay? We're going to have our customer awards, and we're going to have the grand finale of our hackathon. Okay? Thank you very much, and again, enjoy the rest of the day.